I got into rally by watching the X Games back in 2009, seeing Colin McRae and Travis Pastrana and those guys. That was the first time I'd ever seen a rally car in action. Got to see it on TV and then started looking around and said, oh, wow, there's this race that's 3 hours from us. And it's in my grandparents' backyard pretty much. Let's go check this out. And so we went and we spectated one race and hooked ever since. So rally is a lot of fun, but it starts with a lot of work. Every rally, when we show up to the rally, we have about a day to a day and a half of what's called reconnaissance, or recce is short. So we go out and we drive 2 passes of all of the stages and do a lot of work. We write all of our notes down that the co-driver is going to say back to me during the race. And so we go through all of that. While we're out doing that, the car is being teched. So we have our crew taking that through the tech inspection. So they go over everything safety-wise in the car, the cage, the seat belts, the seats, all of that stuff. Just making sure that the car is safe to race. But yeah, there's a lot of behind-the-scenes effort that goes into going fast on stage. So the rallies start from what's called a park expose. It's kind of like a car show, but for all of the competition cars, where all of the cars and drivers are available to sign autographs, look at the cars, get in the cars, check everything out. And then from there, we make our first transit out to the forest. On all of the transits, we have to follow all of the speed limits, traffic laws, everything. So then once you get to the forest and the first special stage, that's where the competition actually starts. On the stages, you can drive as fast as you can, and the goal is just to make it through it as fast as you can. At Vilco Motorsports, we have a 2-car team. I drive 1 car, and my brother races the other car. It's been a really fun effort to be able to compete alongside my brother and go back and forth, learn things between each other, and really just have someone that you have a close bond with at the end of the day to discuss how the stages went and how everything went in the car. In the New England Forest Rally in 2023, me and my co-driver had a roll after an incident on stage, and we deemed the car a complete loss. I didn't want to give up on the season. My brother and our crew chief didn't want to give up on the season either. So we decided that we were going to find a new shell and build a car for the last race of the season. We had 63 days to complete the car, and we built everything ourselves. From the roll cage to all the gussets, everything in the car, we built 3 guys in 62 days. So the roll that we had at the New England Forest Rally in 2023, we were in a pretty good position, sitting in 4th, trying to catch the guy in 3rd on the 2nd day of the rally. I think we were about a minute down, and we were really just flowing nicely in the stage, and just hucked the car in for a right 4, and there was a big boulder-sized rock on the inside. As soon as the right front tire hit it, just kind of hit and we popped. And so we rolled over onto the left side of the car, and then we hit the outside of the road, and that sent us into a tumble. I think we rolled somewhere between 4 and 6 times. Both me and my co-driver escaped the accident without any harm. Funny thing that actually kind of happened was my co-driver lost her phone in the roll. So we had to spend a while hunting through the woods to find her phone, but we did eventually recover it. The major mechanical work on the team is handled by myself, whether that be engine rebuilds, transmission rebuilds, servicing the suspension, stuff like that. My brother is more of the fab guy, so he's big on the roll cage and all of the welding stuff. Anytime we need a little bracket fabricated or something, that's usually his job. But we do also have a great team of mechanics with us as well. Our crew chief really helps us out. And we have a great team of mechanics that help us out at the event and a fair amount of help back at the shop getting to the event. The biggest thing I think that goes into creating your own rally team is having a group of people behind you that support you, whether that's your family or friends you put together, ex-coworkers, whatever it is. The people that support you will make the rallies much more enjoyable. And it also makes getting to the rally and even your first rally much more enjoyable because you have someone to share it with. Even if it's not going to be the co-driver that you choose for the event, when you get out of the car in service and you see that happy smiling face that has put all the work in with you to get to the event, it really makes it worthwhile. The best moment that I've had in rally was getting to stand on the podium after building the new car in 62 days. It really made all of the hard work, all of the sacrifice, everything that went into building that car, it was all worth it at that point. The best way to get into rally is to buy your first car. There's a lot of tips and tricks and little idiosyncrasies that you will learn along the way. Ways that you can spend tons of money that you don't need to spend, and ways that you need to spend money on critical components like brakes and suspension components, and a good safe cage. Getting a network of people around you who are already in the sport is a great way to get some knowledge, get up close and personal with other people's cars, see what things that they do. Every car you look at is different. The majority of the cars that we have here in the US are home built, so everyone's doing something different. Everyone's got a different solution to the problem that they have. So just going to a rally, whether that be volunteer, spectator, service crew help, just going to the rally, understanding how it all works, understanding the flow of the event, that's the best way to get into the sport.